Good morning, children. Today we are going to start our new chapter. Name of the chapter is Coordinate Geometry. You have already studied how to locate a point on a number line. You also know how to describe the position of a point on the line. There are many other situations in which to find a point, we are required to describe its position with reference to more than one line. Let us check one example. In this figure, there is a main road running in the east-west direction and streets with numbering from west to east. Also, on each street, house numbers are marked. Imagine your friend's house is in this street. To look for your friend's house here, is it enough to know only one reference point? For instance, if we only know that he or she lives on street 2, will we be able to find his or her house easily? Not as easily as when we know two pieces of information about it, namely the number of the street on which it is situated and the house number. If we want to reach the house which is situated in the second street and has the number 5, first of all we would identify the second street and then the house numbered 5 on it. In this figure, H shows the location of the house. Similarly, P shows the location of the house corresponding to street number 7 and house number 4. Now, let us check the definition of coordinate geometry. The representation of a point on a plane with idea of two references led to development of a new branch of mathematics is known as coordinate geometry. The father of coordinate geometry is René Descartes. René Descartes is a French mathematician and a philosopher has introduced the concept of coordinate geometry. Next topic is Cartesian plane and coordinates. A Cartesian plane is a 2D plane which is formed by the intersection of two perpendicular lines known as x-axis and y-axis. X-axis is a horizontal axis x dash and y-axis which is a vertical axis y dash. And their point of intersection is called as origin. And it is denoted by letter O. At this point, both x and y are 0, 0. From the origin, the values on the right hand side of the x-axis are positive. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. And the values on the left hand side of the x-axis are negative. That is -1, -2, -3, -4 and so on. Similarly, on the y-axis, the values located above the origin are positive. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. And the values located below the origin are negative. -1, -2, -3, -4 and so on. Now, the x-axis and y-axis divides the Cartesian plane into 4 quadrants. That is first quadrant, second quadrant, third and fourth quadrant. Always start from this part and we have to go anti-clockwise. Now, let us learn the terms which are used in coordinate geometry. Abscissa and ordinate. The abscissa is value of x and ordinate is the value of y. Next topic is locating a point on the plane. When we have to locate a point on the plane, it is determined by a set of two numbers. So first we have to write about its location on x-axis followed by its location on y-axis. Together, the two will determine a single and unique position on the plane. The location of any point on a plane is expressed by a pair of values x, y. And these pairs are known as the coordinates. Like we denoted origin O as 0, 0, if you remember. Suppose the value of x is 3 and the value of y is 2. And we have to locate this point on the graph. Now on the x-axis, 3 is here and on the y-axis, 2 is here. From these 2 points, we will draw a perpendicular line and the intersection point of the two lines will be the coordinate point, which is 3, 2. Next we will learn some basic concepts of coordinate geometry briefly. Look at this rectangular sheet of paper. There is a point P on it. If you want to tell the position of the point on the paper, how can we do so? Think about it. We can measure the distance from the left side of the rectangle. But this distance alone could not express the position of the point. Because there can be many points at the same distance from the left side of the rectangle. In order to tell the position of point P, we have to measure the distance of that point from the left side as well as the bottom side of the rectangle. That is, here we can say that point P is 5 cm from the left side and 9 cm from the bottom side of the rectangle. This simple idea is useful in many situations in our life. This understanding gives rise to a new branch of mathematics called coordinate geometry. Let's learn more about it. You have learned about number lines. We use the number line to represent the numbers by marking points on the line at equal distances. We can draw two such number lines perpendicular to each other on a plane. We call these lines as coordinate axes. The horizontal line is called the x-axis and the vertical line is called the y-axis. Their intersection point is called origin. Let it be O. There are positive numbers to the right of origin and in upward direction of the origin. Therefore, we call this direction as positive directions. Whereas, the direction to the left of the origin and in the downward direction, there are negative numbers. So, we call this direction as negative directions. The two axes divides the plane into 4 parts. Each of them is called quadrant. Quadrants can be number 1, 2, 3, 4 in anti-clockwise direction from positive x-axis. The plane consisting of axes and the quadrants formed by them is called xy plane, coordinate plane or Cartesian plane. And axes in the coordinate plane are called coordinate axes. Now suppose point P is located in the first quadrant as shown. To write its location, we can draw perpendicular PA on x-axis and perpendicular PB on y-axis. To measure the perpendicular distance of point P from the y-axis, we move along with the direction of x-axis and measure the distance. Here, PB is equal to OA is equal to 5 units. This distance represents x-coordinate of the point P. The x-coordinate is also called abscissa. Similarly, to measure the perpendicular distance of the point P from the x-axis, we move along with the direction of y-axis and measure the distance. Here, PA is equal to OB is equal to 2 units. This distance represents the y-coordinate of the point P. The y-coordinate is also called the ordinate. To write the position of the point, we write the x-coordinate first, followed by the comma and then y-coordinate inside a bracket. Such representation is called the coordinates of point P. Likewise, we can write coordinates of origin O as 0, 0. The coordinate of a point describe the location of a point in the plane uniquely. That means here 5, 2 is not same as 2, 5. Such a system of representing the location of point using x-coordinate and y-coordinate is called the Cartesian system. Now, can you write the coordinates of given points? Pause this video and try yourself. Let me tell you, the coordinates of point A are 2, 3. The coordinates of point B are minus 2, 3. The coordinates of point C are minus 2, minus 3. And the coordinates of point D are 2, minus 3. As you can see, the coordinates of point in the first quadrant will be positive, positive. As the first quadrant is enclosed by positive x-axis and positive y-axis. Similarly, the coordinates of a point in second quadrant will be negative, positive. As second quadrant is enclosed by negative x-axis and positive y-axis. The coordinates of point in the third quadrant will be negative, negative, as the third quadrant is enclosed by negative x-axis and negative y-axis. Also, the coordinate of point in the fourth quadrant will be positive, negative, as the fourth quadrant is enclosed by positive x-axis and negative y-axis. Children, this is the time for discussing some question answers. First question, 2, 3 lies in which quadrant? Here, 2 is positive and 3 is also positive. So, it lies in quadrant 1. Second question, 3, minus 4 lies in which quadrant? 3 is positive and minus 4 is negative. So, it lies in quadrant 4. Third question, what are the coordinates of origin? As we know that coordinates of origin is 0, 0. Fourth question, what are the other names of x coordinate and y coordinate? X coordinate is called abscissa and y coordinate is called ordinate. Next topic is plotting points in the plane if its coordinates are given. Now suppose we have given coordinates of a point, say m of -3, -2, and we are required to plot the point on the coordinate plane. How can we do so? Let me tell you. First observe the coordinates. Since both coordinates are negative, therefore the point must be in the third quadrant. We see that x coordinate is -3, which means that distance of point M from y-axis measured along x-axis is 3 units to the left of the origin. In the same way, the y coordinate is -2, which tells us that the distance of point M from x-axis measured along y-axis is 2 units in the downward direction of the origin. This is how we obtain the position of any point on the plane. We have one question. Plot the following ordered pairs of numbers x, y as points in the Cartesian plane. Use the scale 1 cm is equal to 1 unit on the axis. And these are the points for x and y axis respectively. The pairs of numbers given in the table can be represented by the points 4, 2, 0, -3, -1, -4 and 2, 1. And these are the points that we can locate on the graph. Now, why do we need coordinate geometry? Coordinate geometry has various applications in real life. Some of the areas where the coordinate geometry is essential part includes in maps and navigation, that is GPS. In digital devices like computers, mobile phones, etc. to locate the position of cursor or finger. To map geographical locations using latitudes and longitudes. In aviation, to determine the position and location of aeroplanes accurately. So children, the chapter Coordinate Geometry is completed. In this chapter, you have studied the following points. Let's revise the points. Okay children, today's class is completed. Let us learn a new chapter in the next class.